Dear students, myself Dr. Narendra Rally, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Commerce and Management Studies, VSM College Autonomous, Ramachandrapuram. I am here to explain you on the concepts of price and output determination under perfect competition. Price and output determination under perfect competition. You know the market structures. You in my earlier video, you have price and output determination under perfect competition. What is this price and output determination? In my earlier videos, you already know what is a market structure. Well, market structure is of two kinds: perfect competition and imperfect competition. And again in the imperfect competition, you have monopoly, duopoly, oligopoly, and monopolistic competition, etc. Okay, now in this video, let us identify or let us recognize the how the way price and output are being determined under perfect competition. Perfect competition, which may be defined as an ideal market situation. Perfect competition is an ideal market situation in which buyers and sellers are so numerous and informed that each can act as a price taker and able to buy or sell any desired quantity affecting the market price. And according to Caution says, perfect competition is a market structure characterized by a complete absence of competition, rivalry among individual firms. Perfect competition refers to this market situation. There are large number of buyers and large number of sellers dealing in homogeneous products. Now, under perfect competition, there are no legal, social, or technological barriers on the entry and exit. No barriers on entry and exit. Under perfect competition, the buyers and sellers cannot influence. So, in such situations, in this perfect competition, let us now understand the way the price and output are being determined. The market price and output are determined on the basis of consumer demand and market supply under perfect competition. This thing you have to identify that the market price of a commodity and output are determined on the basis of what? On the basis of the market forces. The market forces of what? The market forces such as consumer demand, and the other thing is consumer demand and market supply. So this consumer demand and market supply are known as market forces, are known as market forces. Therefore, the determination of market price and output are based on consumer demand and the market supply. The firms and industries should be in an equilibrium at a price level in which the quantity demanded is equal to the quantity supplied. They make maximum profit if the firm and industry are in equilibrium. Here, under this price and output determination, you will hear a word called as equilibrium. What is this equilibrium? Equilibrium is a point where the firm and industry must be in equilibrium. The firm and industry must be in equilibrium at a price level, at a in which the demand is equal to the supply. So they make maximum profits when consumer demand is equal to the market supply. Now let us study about a small example to let you understand. Say price of a curd, demand in liters, supply in also liters. Now say for example 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The prices of curds are 7. Now the quantity demanded is, you remember what, when the price increases demand decreases. Say for example in the price of the two, when the demand is 90, so simultaneously it used to get decreased 70, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40 and 30. And again supply, when price increases, supply will also increase. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 and 90. If you observe the condition, if you just observe the condition, I'll tell you. When the price is 2, the demand is 90, supply is 30. That is, demand is greater than supply. Demand is greater than supply. Even in case of price 3, demand is greater than supply. Even at price 4, demand is greater than supply. But at price 5, demand is equal to supply. And again, if you observe from that point, it starts decreasing. When demand is 50, supply is 70. When demand is 40, supply is 80. So that means there are, in this case, demand is greater than supply, and in this case demand is equal to supply, and in this case demand is less than supply. In this table, we can say that when a price is low, demand is increased. Talking about the part of supply, as price increases, supply is also increased. When the price is low, competition between consumers can raise the price, and when the price is high, the competition among the seller reduces. So price finally comes to be determined at such a place where the demand of a commodity and supply of a commodity are equal at each other. So in this example, at 5 rupees, the demand is equal to 60, that is equal to supply, that is equal to 60. That is, at 5 rupees, the demand of curd is 60 per liter and supply is also 60 per liter. You can see this in the following graph. Generally, the demand curve is like this and supply curve is like this. Demand, supply. The point where demand and supply equals, that is the point of equilibrium. Oh, here from this point, if the demand increases, if the price increases, demand decreases, and from this point, if the price increases, supply also increases. In this figure, both curve demand and supply are intersected at point E. That point is the equilibrium point. The price is fixed at this particular point. So the price is fixed at this particular point for the given quantity, and the demand and supply are equal to OQ. industry. Short run equilibrium of a firm and industry. We already discussed when we are discussing the production function. Short run production function is such production function where the costs variable or fixed are not changed. But in long run production function, the variable costs are subjected to change. So now let us understand equilibrium of the firm and industry under perfect competition in short run. Whether a firm makes abnormal profits or loss depends on the level of AC in short run and equilibrium in it. Price and output determination. Here you see output is determined on the basis of the following conditions. Marginal revenue output is the price is determined at demand and supply's intersecting point. Now output is determined at where marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. Marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost, and also marginal cost must cut the marginal revenue from below. The other condition is cut the marginal revenue from below. And also the profit in this is simple. If the average revenue, AR means average revenue, is greater than average cost, that is abnormal profit or supernormal profit. If average revenue is equal to average cost, then that is normal profit. And if average revenue is less than average cost, that is negative loss or negative profit. Now in short run, In short run equilibrium, on the x-axis you have output and on the y-axis you have cost and revenue. On the x-axis you have output and on the y-axis you have cost and revenue. Okay, and also you also know this particular, when the demand and supply have met each other, then only there is a equilibrium. So this is such equilibrium. Now coming to this graph, see, marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue, and the marginal cost must cut the marginal revenue from below. This is abnormal, this is like abnormal profit, normal profits and negative profits. There are three firms. Like firm A is in total revenue is equal to P into Q. That is here. Total revenue means P into Q. PQ. That is OP into OQ. OP into OQ. TR equal to AC into Q. Whether a firm makes abnormal profit or loss depends on the level of average cost in the short run equilibrium. There are three kinds of profits. When average revenue is greater than average cost, that is abnormal profits. When average revenue is equal to average cost, that is normal profits, and an average revenue is less than average cost, that is loss, or say negative profit. When this is the demand and this is the supply, we can this is the equilibrium point. We can call this as industry the industry demand curve and supply intersect each other at point E, where the market price firm enjoys the abnormal profits. So all in these cases, whether it is the normal or abnormal profits, so these are all in short run equilibrium. So what is the case of long run equilibrium? What is the case of long run equilibrium? A firm in long run can adjust their fixed inputs in the long run under perfect competition. The entry and exit are easy, so therefore all the firms in perfect competition can earn only normal profits. What is the condition for normal profits? Average revenue is equal to average cost. So long run marginal revenue is equal to long run marginal cost. Since these conditions are for short run, in long run the conditions are being In long run, the conditions are being long run marginal revenue is equal to long run marginal cost, and long run marginal cost must cut long run marginal revenue from below. If for example, if it is long run marginal revenue, so this is to be the long run marginal cost. Simple. If you observe a graph, if this is the long run marginal revenue, so in order to gain a profit, there must be cost must be below that revenue. That is why it should cut from the below. So this cutting from below concept is this much simple. And the slope of long run marginal cost must be greater than long run so the long run marginal equilibrium explains that the firms can make profits even in the long run, but the variable cost will be subjected to change. The firm changes its inputs. Thank you.